Health the Public Health Agency of Canada estimates that there are approximately 4 million cases of foodborne illness each year in Canada. 1 in every 8 Canadians may become sick from food this year. They also estimate that there are over 11,000 hospitalizations and 230 deaths each year attributed to foodborne illness. Food service is a big responsibility. Food handling practices can affect the health and wellness of other people. Foodborne illnesses can result in sickness, suffering, or death of customers and affect the food service operation. Customers trust you to provide safe food to them. Following the safe food handling practices explained in this course will ensure that you are part of the food safety solution and not the problem. Food safety is the responsibility of all individuals, and this includes the government. In Canada, food safety is regulated at both the federal and provincial or territorial levels. Federally, Health Canada is responsible for establishing food safety policies and setting food safety standards for food service operations. The Safe Food for Canadians Act consolidates inspection of fish, meat, agricultural products, and consumer packaging and labeling of food products. Fisheries and Oceans Canada supports Canada's scientific, ecological, and economic interests in oceans and inland waters. Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada works with food producers to support the growth of agriculture in Canada and success in both national and international markets. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA, an agency of Health Canada, safeguards food, animals, and plants by enforcing the standards and policies set by Health Canada. Public health inspectors, sometimes known as environmental health officers, inspect a wide range of food establishments based on provincial legislation and applicable municipal bylaws. The inspections focus on food safety, facility maintenance, sanitization, and personal hygiene. Food safety concerns the purchase, proper storage, preparation, and serving to verify that food is kept at safe temperatures during the entire process. Maintenance concerns the premises itself as well as equipment is kept in good repair. Sanitization refers to all surfaces that come into contact with food. These surfaces must be properly sanitized to prevent the spread of harmful microorganisms. Finally, personal hygiene is imperative within any food establishment. The number of visits from the public health inspector depends on the type of establishment and its risk to food safety. Each inspection can last anywhere between 30 minutes and 2 hours or longer. During inspections, public health inspectors are looking at 3 things. 1. Anything that might harm people. 2. Anything that might cause the establishment to be unclean. And 3. Anything that might affect the safety of the food. While the public health inspectors are responsible for enforcing the food regulation, the inspector cannot see everything. It is the responsibility of the owner and manager of the establishment to ensure food is stored, prepared, and served safely. Public health inspectors may have the authority to inspect food, premises, and equipment regularly. Health inspectors investigate complaints, make recommendations, cancel permits, and order closures based on their inspections. As you can see, public health inspectors have broad authority as they are responsible for ensuring compliance with the food regulation. However, health inspectors cannot recommend or enforce the termination of employees. If you plan to start or purchase a food business, it is critical to begin with contacting your local public health authority. All food service establishments must fulfill the requirements of both provincial and municipal authorities. Establishments not in compliance with requirements and bylaws may be subjected to penalties and/or fines, which vary depending on the province. Check with your local health authority and municipal government to ensure your food service establishment is complying with the requirements that apply to your business. For more information on specific regulations that may apply, see the Resources section of this course. Owners, managers, and supervisors play an essential role in maintaining food safety and meeting required regulations in their food service operations. Food safety compliance can be achieved through education, including food safety certification of all employees, including the management. The first step in operating a food service premise is to inform the local health unit or public health authority of the business location. The original layout of the facility must be provided and approval obtained for any renovations. Changes in the location of your food service premises must be approved by the health unit or public health authority. Stay in contact with the local health authority through your public health inspector to ensure your facility follows requirements. The next step in operating a food service business is to ensure the implementation of systems in your facility to maximize sanitation. The careful design and installation of food service equipment are essential to a smooth and clean establishment. Flawed facility design increases both the risk of health hazards and costs due to the lack of efficiency. Structure the flow of work in your facility systematically from receiving the product to service, and provide for efficient sanitation after service. Work with the inspector during public health inspections. Take notes and correct non-compliances as informed within the time limit specified. Food safety is the responsibility of everyone. However, to maximize success, managers must take appropriate steps to provide an adequate environment and culture for success. According to the Public Health Agency of Canada, 1 in 8 Canadians falls sick each year from foodborne illnesses. Food safety is regulated in Canada at federal, provincial, territorial, and local levels. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency inspects food imported or manufactured in Canada and issues food recalls when required. In Canada, laws and regulations and licensing and enforcement may vary by province or territory. Public health inspectors administer food safety, inspect food facilities, and ensure compliance. Food establishments require a food handling permit in addition to a business license. The owner, operator, licensee, or person in charge of a food establishment is legally liable for food safety and is responsible for ensuring food safety compliance, management, and training. However, it is important to note that everyone in the food service operation is responsible for food safety. One in blank Canadians falls sick from foodborne illness each year. Check 1. A, 4, B, 6, C, 8, D, 10. That's right. According to Public Health Agency, 1 in 8 Canadians falls sick each year from foodborne illnesses. David is a franchisee of a major fast food brand with 4 locations. How many food handling permits does he need? Check 1. A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, D, 4. Not quite. Click the Help Me Remember button to refresh your understanding, or the Let Me Try Again button to choose it. That's right. David requires 4 food handling permits, 1 for each of his fast food locations. A food handling permit is the same as a business license. True or false? That's right. In most provinces and territories, the food handling permit and the business license are 2 different permissions to operate the food service operation. A food handling permit is not transferable. True or false? That's right. Each new operator has to prove to the health authorities that they can run a food-safe operation. Module 3. Hazards in Food. In this module, you will learn about the different types of hazards that make food unsafe to eat. You will learn about microorganisms that cause foodborne illnesses and how foodborne illnesses affect people. Before we go on, please answer true or false to the following questions to test your food safety knowledge. Food hazards are things or conditions that make food unsafe for consumption. True or false? That's right. Food hazards are things or conditions that make food unsafe for consumption. 3 conditions required for growth of bacteria are light, food, and water. True or false? Not quite. That's right. Bacteria require 6 conditions for growth: food, acidity, time, temperature, oxygen, and moisture. Hair, cheese, and viruses are chemical hazards. True or false? That's right. Hair is a physical hazard, cheese is a food allergen, and viruses are biological hazards. Through this course, we will refer to the temperature danger zone, or TDZ. The temperature danger zone is the temperature range where bacteria can grow best. The zone is from 4 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, or 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. We can limit bacteria growth by limiting the time the food is exposed to these temperatures. Hazards are anything that make food or drink unsafe for consumption. While food or drink are typically safe for consumption, they become unsafe when received, stored, prepared, or served improperly. Throughout this course, we shall discuss food safety procedures to limit hazards and make food safe. The 4 types of hazards that make food unsafe are biological or microbial hazards, physical hazards, chemical hazards, and allergens. Biological hazards can also be referred to as microbial hazards, as microorganisms cause them. Examples of biological or microbial hazards are bacteria, viruses, parasites, fungi, and toxins, or poisons produced by bacteria. As their name suggests, microorganisms are tiny forms of life that can only be seen using a microscope. Most microorganisms cannot be smelt or tasted and often do not cause any visible changes in food. Sometimes there are indicators that microorganisms have made food unsafe to eat, such as bulging cans or damaged packaging, mold or slime on food, or an abnormal appearance or smell. Food should be discarded if any of these indicators of food spoilage are present. If there is any question about the safety of food, remember the phrase, "when in doubt, throw it out." Remember that most of the time, there are no indicators in the food of harmful microorganisms. With many foodborne illnesses caused by biological hazards, prevention may seem challenging. Following exact procedures, like the ones we will discuss in this course, is the best way to prevent biological hazards. Physical hazards are objects, hard or soft, that can cause food to be unsafe. Any natural or foreign item that shouldn't be present in the food we consume, serve, or sell. Some physical hazards that are foreign objects are dirt, glass, plastic, hair, nails, and bandages. Natural physical hazards are naturally found in food but should not be consumed, such as bones and fruit pits. Click on the Physical Hazards PDF to learn more. Physical hazards commonly enter food unintentionally by accident. To prevent these hazards, you must ensure procedures to thoroughly wash all fruits and vegetables before use to remove soil and other matter. Keep food covered to prevent foreign objects from falling into the food. Keep equipment well maintained and keep all parts of your food service establishment clean and sanitized. Chemical hazards are just what they sound like, a chemical that is making food unsafe to eat. Examples are cleaning supplies such as detergents, soaps, degreasers, sanitizers, and disinfectants, toxic metal from utensils and cookware, pesticides from raw food, or food additives in unsafe quantities. Like other hazards, chemical hazards often cannot be smelt or tasted and often cause no visible changes to the food. Click on the Chemical Hazards PDF to learn more. Train and monitor staff to use and store chemicals properly. Ensure proper precautions to minimize the risk of chemical hazards entering food. Suitable controls are keeping food covered while cleaning, using approved and correct concentrations of cleaners and sanitizers, clearly labeling all cleaners and sanitizers, storing cleaners and sanitizers away from food, and using approved utensils to prepare, store, and serve food.